Government mandates for greater fuel economy are driving the requirements for miles per gallon from current levels to over 50 miles per gallon in the US in 2025 and even sooner in Europe. Now what's interesting is that this rate of change is actually going to become 4 times greater than it is now mid-decade. So cars that are starting to be designed right now are actually going to be the first that have to meet these new, more stringent regulations. So these changes are forcing a new level of innovation that's unlike anything we've seen in the last 50 years in the automotive industry. Unfortunately, engineers aren't going to be able to rely on the experience that they've built up over the last 50 years designing and building steel welded automotive structures. So automotive engineers can try and address these changes and more stringent mandates by looking at the vehicle in 3 different ways. First, you can make improvements to the powertrain. That would be electric drive, hybrid drive. You can reduce the rolling resistance. Aerodynamics can be made more efficient, reduction in performance, and finally weight can be reduced. Now the interesting thing about weight is that if you reduce weight, it also makes it a lot easier to make a more efficient drivetrain, also makes it easier to do things like reduce rolling resistance. Now, if you design a lighter vehicle, you can't just go into a current design and remove, for instance, accessories, insulation, carpeting, which an OEM tried to do to one of their sports cars to improve performance. In that attempt, they were able to get out about 150 kilograms out of the car. Now Jaguar, in their Range Rover Sport, was actually able to take 300 kilograms out of the frame. So they did a design for lightweight, and by taking 300 kilograms out of the frame, they were able to get an additional 200 kilograms elsewhere in the vehicle. And that's a result of what's known as the weight reduction spiral. So if you make a lighter car body, then as a result, the chassis can be lighter, the engine can be smaller, you can have fewer batteries, reduce the capacity of the fuel tank, and you can get about 50% additional weight savings over the weight you remove from the body in white. So making a lighter car body, a lighter body in white, is a great approach to reducing weight. A recent study that the Aberdeen Group did for us of the major OEMs and Tier 1s throughout the world indicated that almost 80%, and this was not a surprise, felt that the fuel economy regulations is the #1 pressure that's driving change right now. And drivetrain innovation was really the #1 strategy that the OEMs are using to try and address these changes. But lightweighting actually came in #2. And what was surprising was when it came to the technical challenge, lightweighting was actually the #1 response of nearly half of the people that were interviewed. 9 out of 10 of the respondents actually said that they are already starting a lightweighting program right now to try and address the impact of these fuel economy regulations.